Hello and welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and in this episode we are going to have another Windows 10 mobile episode where we are going to have a look at 3 different games for Windows 10 mobile again. And today the lineup will be Gummy Mania, Noah's Ark, Dash and Slash, or Splash, and there's going to be Aschenputtel Magic Match 3, and Aschenputtel is translated to Cinderella if you want to know that. Other than that, of course, I've got all the different kinds of normal stuff with me, which is of course a Bluetooth mouse in this case. I'm going to use the Foldable keyboard, which is this one of course. Xbox One as wireless controller is not used in this episode, so I'm not going to use it anyway. And the main device of this episode again is the Lumia 950 XL, which is this one, a pretty old smartphone for nowadays standards, and it already has a USB-C connector there. It is Continuum enabled, and for its time it was a very, very advanced one, but today of course it's a little bit older. What you already can see here is it's Continuum enabled because we have this desktop-like experience which is created by connecting the smartphone with the USB-C adapter to this display hub at the side here, which is more or less a USB hub. And so we can see this kind of desktop-like experience, but it's created by the smartphone itself. If you want to know more all about that, please have a look at the corner up there. And then let's start with the first game, I would say. The first game in this episode is Gummy Mania. And Gummy Mania is more or less just a 3 match game, something like Candy Crush in a small little fashion. It's a decent game, but a small one, so don't expect too much from it. I'm just going to use my mouse here. So as mentioned before, Bluetooth likes the keyboard itself too. Also a Bluetooth device which is connected to the smartphone, of course. And now I can just go to my all apps list here by clicking on the start button there, going down here, and there we are, Gummy Mania. If you are wondering why those are grayed out at the moment, that's because there are a couple of different types of apps. Some of them support this kind of mode we are in, so the Continuum mode, others don't, so others can only be used in the mirror mode, and so they are indicated by this gray area in this case, or as a gray font in this case, and the other ones are just there fully as they should be. And the ones we are going to play today are all Continuum enabled, and so just have a look at Gummy Mania in this case. So it's a pretty normal one where you have a couple of different Gummy parts, whatever, and you're going to play with them. There are a couple of different other options here. Like of course muting the game and stuff like that. I'm not going to bother with that at the moment, and I'm just going to click on this. As you can see, you will have a couple of different areas, let's say it like that, or worlds where you are going to play in, and in those you are going to have a couple of different levels you can play. So there's a lot of playtime in this one, and let's go to the second one. There's nothing you're going to lose if you are not playing the first one, and I'm just going to go in here, and you can already see you have a target which you would have to accomplish more or less, and it's more or less the score in this case. There are a couple of other parts which can be more or less used here. So in other levels you will, for instance, have limited moves, or you will have to go to a score, you will have to achieve a couple of, let's say, five of those green ones or something like that. That's going to happen in this game, and so just make sure that you are achieving what you want to. Of course, we're in the level 2, so in these games the first couple of levels are really, really easy to solve, so nothing to really be concerned about. I'm just going to turn around anyway, and I'm just going to show you what's going on here. So you use your mouse, of course, and now just, for instance, do something like that. You're going to get these bonus stuff, as you can see here. And those bonuses are different kinds of course, power-ups, more or less. In this case, they are going to more or less remove one of the stripes, more or less. So one of the lines of these candies in the end. And we of course achieved a score of 1506 and would have needed 300, so it's very easy to solve. After that you just go in and click again on the world, and then you can already see it. Okay, we have the second or the third or whatever level here. All are very similar at start. In later on versions there can, for instance, be different kinds of shape of play areas and stuff like that. And of course, as you can see here, there are a couple of different power-ups. Yeah, very normal ones in the end. So in the end, if you want to play something like Candy Crush or something like that, this one is a very simple version of that. Pretty small in size too with the game, so it's a pretty nice one if you want to do that. As you already can see, it's very easy to do them at the start, and it's going to be harder later on. I think that's more or less all I can show you to this game. Just play it if you like this kind of game, so a little bit of puzzle stuff going on here. It's fine and a nice one. But of course, you may have already seen something like that. Okay, so let's have a look at the next game where that is a little bit different. So in the end, Noah's Ark Dash and Splash is a very sweet game. I think somebody just created it with his family or whatever, I'm not sure. It's more or less exactly what you would expect from the title. So Noah's Ark in the end is really, you are Noah and you have to fulfill different kinds of tasks. At the start it's not going to be building an ark or something, that's probably in the game but later on. First off, you just have to run around and do stuff. It's a 3D game in a very minimalistic way. Let's have a look at that. For that I'm already going to the all apps list again, and here it is. Noah's Ark Dash and Splash. It's a demo version, there's a full version too, but I'm going to play the demo version. And again, the soundtrack is very sweet, because really there are probably the whole family is talking there in this game. So there's a child, there's Noah itself, there's probably the mother of the person who created it, or the child at least, and so on and so forth. And they're going to talk to you, giving you different kinds of advices. And yeah, it's a little bit simplistic on the graphical side, but it's pretty complex. There's a lot of stuff going on. So let's have a look at the options first, just to show you what's going on there. We have restart and we have play the tutorial. So at the start we are going to play a tutorial, of course, and for that I'm just going to click on that. If you are just playing the game itself, you can of course click on the part there and you will just start with the game. But
Let's
just
play!
And yeah, there you already heard it. Let's play! There's this little child voice who is going to tell you how to play the game and stuff like that. It's really sweet. What you will need for this game is of course your keyboard in this case.
This is Noah. Tap on him to continue.
Yeah. So tap on him to continue. You can play it on your smartphone or with, for instance, a mouse. Yeah, and as mentioned before, it's a very sweet little character here, and we are just going to click on that one.
Here's the joystick. It's how you move. Try it.
Here's the joystick. It's how you move. Try it. So really, it's really sweet and really nicely done. Somehow, it has a little bit of flaws, of course. For instance, the camera movement is a little bit sluggish from time to time. So what I really don't like is that there is some kind of a, you can already see it, there's a delta from your player's position for the camera, which isn't perfect in most games. But for this one, it's going to be totally fine. It's not really something you have to be concerned about. So just walk around a little. You can jump, for instance, with the spacebar, and sometimes you are going to get stuck, but in the end you can always get free of it, or at least I could till now. And you just run around and see what he's going to tell you.
Remember to return to Noah's wife and tap on her to complete this quest.
Sure. So in the end there is Noah's wife going to be later on there. If you have something accomplished or something, then you can just click on that and it's going to be fine. I'm going to turn around just in case, so we can play it better. And now you can, for instance, just click on this once, because he's not going to register
Try
this.
running around and go to the banana trees.
And we should go to the banana trees and stuff like that. They're really giving you a couple of different hints here, which are pretty nicely done. You have a couple of different things you can explore here. There are banana trees we should go. Okay, so let's have a look at the banana trees first, because they're asking us to do that. So we are just going there. And there's this bird flying around you. That's totally fine.
Tap the jump button.
Tap the jump button. We did. There we go. Maybe we can jump over that one. Jump around here and go in here. And as you already can see, it's not polished or something, but it's really very nicely done. In a very simple way, of course.
Click on the blinking level.
And as you can see, we have the first training session here over. It's really that simple, there's not much more to it. After that, you just click on the first level here. Just to let you know...
Starting level 1.
Starting level 1. Okay, just to let you know, if you click the right button, the mouse pointer will occur. And you can, for instance, use it then. Otherwise, it's not going to be visible sometimes if you moved around before the hand. It's totally fine. It's, as mentioned before, a very small little sweet game. And now it's going to load. There's no loading screen or something involved here, but it's going to load in the real game. And the interesting part about it is, as you can see, it's a real 3D game. You can run around, you can do stuff, you can talk to people. Here, for instance, we are in there and we have a couple of NPCs here, where, for instance, Noah's wife, of course, she's my wife, so I can talk to her. Again, if you want to get your mouse pointer back, just right-click once, and now you should be able to move it around again.
Noah dear, I need 5 flowers so I can use their color in the paints I'm making. Please bring me 5 flowers from the high mountainside behind us.
Yeah, and as mentioned before, very sweetly done. Probably some kind of an accent I hear there, and it's maybe close to the original, I'm not sure. And now you can really go in here and have a look at the different kinds of tasks you're going to receive from them. You have Noah, you have Noah's wife, of course. You have a couple of different other people running around here, and they are going to give you different kinds of tasks and stuff to do. In the end, it's really just about collecting stuff.
You need your hammer to put wood together. It's somewhere in the house. Click or tap on it to pick it up. Then run back to me.
Okay, perfect. We are going to get into the house here now, which of course is at this point. Go in there. I already know where I have to look for it. It's pretty easy. And it's very hard to navigate in the house because of this delta I already talked about. But whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's up here. And after that, this is what I'm talking about. The delta of the camera is really giving me a hard time sometimes. But whatever, just click on the hammer here sometimes. It should work, after a while at least. There we go, we got it. And now we should be able to go back, down, and into the open, where it's much easier to navigate around. Good thing about it is that you really just have to run around here and collect stuff in the end, and it's all open fields and stuff like that. So let's see if he's happy now because we collected the hammer.
Well, great job. Now you're ready to hammer wood together.
Ooh. So we can hammer wood together now. And
well, great job. Now you're ready to hammer wood together.
I am. And now we can just run around and see what's going on here. Additional to that, for instance, this one, just click on it.
Noah, let's find where the monkeys live. I heard they live across the bridge from the big market in the banana grove by the waterfall. I'll update our map with the location of the monkeys.
Okay, so let's find where the monkeys live. And for that we will have to walk a little. You already can see there is a kind of indicator where you have to go, because if you are just, for some kind of reason it's only updated if you leave one of your mouse or the keys more or less empty them. So let's walk around a little and see what's going on. If you're unsure what's going on and what you should do and stuff like that, you can always go over here with your mouse pointer to the right part and click, for instance, on it, and you're going to receive this kind of arrow which is going to guide you in one of the directions. So let's move over here, go in, and let's see what he's going to tell us. Okay, it's just pointing on him, so it's not really helping us. We will have to search for it. Interesting how high I could jump just now, but it doesn't matter. So let's go. Oh, what I didn't see till now, there's something up here, but I'm not sure if I can use that. Yeah, now just walk around a little, search for the different kinds of stuff he's asking for you to do. And this is more or less a game. You have to just run around now. It's an open world where you really can run to different kind of places and do different kinds of stuff. It's fine to do it. You will find flowers and these kind of mushroom types. And a lot of other things you can click on, collect on. And over there, for instance, I can see some kind of in this case, there are giraffes or something like that, and you have a couple of different other things which are going to occur here and doing stuff. So just try it out if you like this kind of game. It's really there are some kind of bees around here, doesn't matter. It's a very simple game. But not polished or something, but it's really a nice little one because it's sweet as hell. So just try it out. I think it's, just for being a very small little game developed by a very small little developer, probably in both cases, or both meanings more or less. It's really a nice one. Just try it out. I really like it. Yeah, and after that, let's go to the third game in our lineup, which is Aschenputtel, or Cinderella, as mentioned before. This one is a 3-match game again, but much advanced to the other one. So I'm just going to click on it. And what's this game all about? It's more or less a Cinderella story you're going to play here. And the Cinderella story here is more or less played out through in the intro, and then you're going to do stuff. Yeah, loading took a while, but just stay patient, it's going to load in perfectly fine, and then you can just click on play in this case. I'm going to get rid of the bar down here below, and now you're just going to go in and you can play it. And the fun thing about it is there's a whole lot of a storyline going out there. For instance, there's a sorceress or something, so a good one. And she's going to really give you a couple of different nice little informations and tasks to do. As you can see, you're not going to only play 3 matches games or stuff like that, but there are a couple of different other things you can do here, like more or less get some of those additional tasks or whatever you want to call them done too. Like this one, it's very easy to do, you just have to drag and drop stuff around, but still, nice little addition here. Okay, got this test accomplished, and in the end it was all about getting this clock ready again, and there are a lot of different small little characters going to help you in between, and so on and so forth. It's really a nice little thing. Yeah, and in the end we are an apprentice, and she's asking if he can help us with stuff. I don't know which one, but we will see what's going on. We want to use this clock, but we don't know how it's going to be. So let's see if he can help us. Okay, and now we just have to wind the clock up here. After that it's going to be working again. For that we need some kind of a key. And of course for that we will have to do a 3-match game. I'm going to do that, turn around for you, and we are just going to see what's going on. Of course, we're not going to play the whole game or something. I'm just going to show you how the game itself looks and how more or less this roundabout story is done. And here you can see you have a limited step portion, so you only have a couple of rounds to accomplish what you should do. And it's nicely done because in this case, for instance, the small little mouse you see there is going to run around and go to the part, and this is more or less an indicator how much you got already done. So, because you really have a couple of different friends going on here which are going to help you, and as you can see, what we want to achieve here in this case is we want, for instance, those javel, jewelry, whatever, which has these little kinds of footsteps in there, because that's going to bring him to our goal. And this is more or less what the game is all about. In this case, of course, we are in a very early stage. They are going to help us a lot. And he's already walking pretty far ahead. Perfect. And we are just going to try to get him to the goal. So let's see, this one can already be put on too. This one is a little bit more troublesome. Hopefully not too much, but again a little bit more than before. This should bring it down, but then we are going to lose those, we need those. Whatever, let's try it. Okay, other way around was fine. And we won because he got to the level here. Lot of different power-ups going on. Yeah, you already know it. This kind of game is always all about the power-ups, about giving you a good feeling to play on, and of course about how fun it could be, stuff like that. We got this level down now. At the end of any level you succeed in, you will get this little half moon, whatever, because that is going to be more or less like the energy level in some other games, so you will have to have one of those to play another one. We played the first day, so in this case we got this little kind of accomplishment or whatever present to go on, and this is now our new test book, more or less, where we are going to have a couple of different informations about what we should achieve at the next part, and so on and so forth. So just try this out. I think it's a nice little iteration of these match 3 games with a lot of outside story going on, and it's a really nice one. Hope you will have fun with it. Other than that, this is the end of the episode. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Have a great time, have a great day. Of course, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, the other button is there too. And other than that, thank you for watching. Put in a comment if you want to in the commentary section if you have any kind of questions, comments, whatever. And other than that, subscribe to the channel and see you around in the next episode. Bye. Bye.